Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you an NU Wi-Fi battle against my boy Pilk. Got a really close match, really good match here. Hopefully you guys are excited for it. Let's quickly run through the teams, but first, let's go look at our question of the day below. What is your favorite ice-type Pokemon? Mine happens to be Glaceon, the EV evolution. I think it's a really cool design. Super high special attack. Throw a choice scarf on that thing, and it's pretty beast mode. So leave a comment below. What's your favorite ice-type Pokemon? And the news, obviously, if you guys could get this video to 100 likes, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'll get you yet another Wi-Fi battle. You guys have been killing the like button, first of all, and the Wi-Fi battles have been rolling in. I'm really enjoying it, and hopefully you guys are as well. So looking at his team, looking at the threats now, let's look at that really quick. Pyroar is always a problem. It's got base 106 speed, I believe, so it outspeeds pretty much everything on my team, and except for the Swallow. And then you've got that Mega Steelix, which is always an issue. This team, I looked at this team, and I figured there was no chance I was going to win this battle. And we're just going to find out what the outcome is, but there was no chance I was winning just by looking at the team. It was just too powerful, too bulky, and I don't really have the best wall breakers on my team. But I do have Kabutops, which is my Scyther, which is a really interesting set. I'll explain later when I send it out. I have Big Papa, who is Choice Banded, Luck running Focus Sash, Miss Magius Hermione, which is our sub Nasty Plotter, Coffee Table, the Assault Vest, Avalugg, and Talos Swift, who's always coming in there hard with that Gust, Boosted, Facade, and Brave Bird. So, kind of thinking about what they're going to lead with. I'm going to lead with my Big Papa here. I love it when you call me Big Papa. And they're going to lead with their Mega Steelix. So my first thought was they got to just be going for these Stealth Rocks. And I do run Circle Throw here, so I could go for Circle Throw and do some serious damage. I am Choice Banded. Knowing Knockoff's not going to do that much, but I figured it probably isn't going to do a whole lot, especially if he's running max HP, max defense. I know the Steelix will be able to take the hit, so I just go for the Parting Shot. I figured that was actually the best play, because then I can at least weaken its attack and its special attack, which isn't going to matter. But that'll allow me to get in my Coffee Table to get the Rapid Spin, get in before Rocks here, and I'll basically avoid taking 25%, and then we can just go back and forth with me going for Rapid Spin. But they're actually running Curse Steelix. I didn't even know if that was a set. I had no idea that was a thing. So now they're actually back at neutral attack, but also at +1 defense. So I'm just going to go for an Earthquake, see how much it does. It does about 10% maybe or so. And I'm thinking, alright, well I know I'm running a lot of defense, and he's running a lot of defense, but I have a feeling I can get through this match here. So the next few turns are kind of a little bit stally in a way that, like, we weren't trying to stall. It was just we had two huge bulky Pokemon on the same on the field at the same time, and it just made more sense. You know, we were kind of just going back and forth. So let me actually replace the Mega Steelix there. So we were just kind of going back and forth. There wasn't really a whole lot going on here. I was hoping for a crit though, because he just kept going for Curse, and I figured eventually maybe I'll get a crit, and that'll kind of work in my favor. And the Hax Gods do indeed like me for once, and I'm going to get a crit there. So it doesn't make a huge difference in the long term, but it does help in the short term and giving me a little bit more the up hand, because I know he doesn't have any Wish Passes or anything like that, and I know Steelix has no, Mega Steelix doesn't have any form of recovery. So I make a very risky switch here. I actually go into Hermione, predicting the Earthquake, and that's exactly what happens. So I know it's got Gyro Ball, Earthquake, and Curse. I don't know what its last move is, and I'm going to find out right here. It actually is Rock Slide. So I don't know why they didn't go for Rock Slide earlier on my Coffee Table. I'm not really sure. It probably would have done more damage than the Gyro Ball or the Earthquake. But either way, I'm going to go for Shadow Ball here and knock out the Steelix, the Mega Steelix, and it puts me at a nice advantage here. So I get rid of the Mega Steelix. I didn't really lose a whole lot. I lost half health on Coffee Table, and I lost about a quarter of health on Miss Magius. In comes the Pyroar. Now, Pyroar does outspeed Miss Magius if it's running max speed. I happen to run Timid max speed Miss Magius myself, and I'm going to get off a mean Thunderbolt. That does over half, and I was hoping for the Paralysis. I do not get it, and this Pyroar is actually carrying Dark Pulse, so it's going to quickly knock out my Hermione here, who's just not ready for that. Can't take a Dark Pulse, that's for sure. So I'm on the down here. I'm going to switch into Kabutops, which you might be like, wow, that's kind of a crazy idea, but I figured it's not running max speed. Kabutops also has base 105 speed, so I knew I'd be able to outspeed at this point. I knew I had nothing to worry about, and I figured they would probably not know that for one or two switch out. So I went for the Brick Break, because that seemed like the best play. I would have knocked out the Pyroar. You don't want to mess with threats, and Pyroar was definitely a threat. So I'm going to go for the Swords Dance, get boosted up +2. Like I said, I run a pretty unique set. I don't know, it might be the standard set, but I think it's unique. I run actually max speed, max HP with Eviolite as opposed to running any attack investment, and then I rely on the Swords Dances to kind of give me that boost. So I'm going to use Aerial Ace, break the sub, and then I'm going to get hit with a knockoff, which is fine. I lose my Eviolite, but I know I'm still hitting this thing hard. I'm able to go for a nice Aerial Ace, and it somehow does not knock this thing out. I don't know how it lived a +2 Aerial Ace at that point. I really don't understand that. but it might have been max HP, max defense or something, because it does seem like it's a defensive set. It's got the Unburden with the Citrus Berry, and it's also running Amnesia. So the Unburden boost kicks in, it's going to outspeed at this point, and it's able to baton pass out and go into Regirock. And I was like, wait, what? So hold on, this thing has +2 special defense right now. It does not get the Unburden boost though, but I'm gonna go for Air Release, barely does anything. But here's this Regirock sitting here with +2 special defense, probably running max defense itself. I'm gonna go for Brick Break, get a good amount of damage on it. I mean, I am +2, so I was feeling pretty good about that. But then this thing gets Weakness Policy, so here I am. This thing's got a Weakness Policy. Now it Rock Polishes, so it's got +2 attack, +2 special attack, +2 special defense, +2 speed. This thing is killing it right now. But then I'm just gonna go for another Brick Break, almost knock it out, and in comes the Thunder Punch. I'm like, I might live it. No. I don't have my Eviolite. No way I'm living that. That's a +2 Thunder Punch coming from a Regirock. No chance. But I do outspeed even after the Rock Polish. I feel like I know I can bring in Taylor Swift here and really have no problem. I'm going to go for the Brave Bird, potentially, just in case they wanted to switch out into that Dusknoir or something like that. I didn't want to not get a hit off. So for the Brave Bird, it does 1 damage, but it is going to knock out the Regirock and, you know, put us back at a 4-4. So super close match so far. And I do have the upper hand here, I think. But there's still a lot of big threats on their side of the field, and my Pokemon aren't that strong. I have Big Papa, but really everything else isn't as good as I would like it to be. So in comes Dusclops, and I was thinking, let me kind of see what this thing can do, because most of the time Dusclops just carry Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Sneak, something like that. They could go for the Destiny Bond, and I was like, oh man, they were trying to catch me, but it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, because I wouldn't have been able to kill with a Brave Bird, I don't think, especially if it's running Eviolite. So Destiny Bond was kind of a weird play. But in comes the switch into Drifblim, probably just sacrificing the Drifblim at this point. I'm actually going to go for the U-turn though. I wanted to switch out, gain momentum in case that Dusknoir wanted to stay in, and I figured it made most sense for me to actually go out to my Big Papa to take on the Dusknoir. That was kind of my thought process. I'm actually going to go into Luck now though. I'm like, alright, I feel like this could be my opportunity to set up. I could bring in Luck here, I could set up all over this Drifblim's face. It has no reliable form of recovery. It already used its Unburden boost. I know it's got Amnesia, and Knockoff's not going to do anything because I have a Focus Sash, so he knocks off my Focus Sash, but I can just set up here. I can just go plus whatever I feel like it. So I'm going to go to +2 special attack, special defense, and speed. I know I'm going to pretty much outspeed everything on this team at this point, and unless he's running something Scarf, he's going to go for the knockoff, and again, it doesn't really do a whole lot. I'm going to go for the Psychic here, and that is going to knock out the Drifblim. I was praying he does not have the Aftermath, which clearly he doesn't because he had Unburden boost earlier. But in comes the Dusclops now, and I'm like, alright, if I play this right, I should be able to take out this Dusclops too. Shouldn't be a huge deal. Dusclops is really cool. I like the color scheme. In comes the Shadow Sneak. I'm like, can I live this? It's a Dusclops? I should probably live this, right? And I do. 18 HP. Go for the Air Slash. Gonna do a good amount of damage, but not really, because this is definitely a specially defensive Dusclops. And that was kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know why he's running specially defensive Dusclops, but we'll take it. So that is going to knock out Luck, and I'm left with Coffee Table, Big Papa, and Taylor Swift. I'm going to go to Big Papa here. I know I outspeed, and I know the knockoff is my solution to take out this Dusclops. Guess what, Dusclops? You did. Not even a problem. Goes down with 1 swift knockout. Feeling pretty good right now. In comes the Pyro. I know the Pyro is going to outspeed my Big Papa because I run max speed, but I'm running a Choice Band, not a Choice Scarf. No chance I'm staying in here. I need Big Papa to come in and actually hit that slacking later. So I'm gonna go in and Coffee Table. Coffee Table can take this hit. Fire Blast. I got Assault Vest. Yeah, not so much. That's not gonna work. Coffee Table is not living that hit, and even on the switch in, I would have been dead to another Fire Blast or Flamethrower, whatever it's going to be. So now we got a 2v2 situation. They got a full health slacking. I've got my Taylor Swift, my Big Papa, and I got to figure out a way to take out this Pyroar. So I'm going to bring in Swellow. I know I outspeed because my Miss Mages outsped earlier. I'm going to go for the Facade and knock out the Pyroar. Put me in a 2-to-1 situation. At this point, I know I have the battle locked down. I can just go for Protect on my Swellow, and I'm good. And that's game. We're good to go, no problems. But I make a really dumb play here. I actually go for Facade instead of Protect, which would have won the match for me. He's going to go for Gunshot. Miss. I don't know why they went for Gunshot anyway. Maybe just to show it off. Had I just gone for Protect, I would have won. But back-to-back Facades, and that will be the battle. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button for me. Subscription is always amazing as well. You guys get more Wi-Fi battles, Shiny Hunting, and the Let's Play. I really appreciate the battle with Pilkinator, and hopefully you guys enjoyed as well. This has been your boy aDrive. I will catch you guys later. Peace.